Hello everyone, my name's Elise. This is a JJ movie TV show / game reviews, and right now I'm going to be doing the Terminator series review. I'm going to give what I loved about each movie, what's the worst, what's the best, what it could have improved upon, and the rumors of the new Terminator 2015. So let's start off with Terminator 1. Sorry. Terminator 1, here's the thing, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are two great movies, and I can't really decide which one I love better. But for today, it's Terminator 1. I love Terminator 1. The idea that there's a human resistance in the future, that the machines take over, and they basically want to kill. There's a war between humans and machines, and in the near future they have lasers shooting lasers at each other, and we're the resistance in the near future. And the Judgment Day is in 1997. That's when the machines take over from us. And what I loved about this entire film, the first Terminator, was the supporting cast. We got, basically, the machine sent one of their Terminators, who is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually just one of his best movies I've ever seen of him in. He plays a he plays a robot, a machine, that's basically trying to kill the leader of the resistance in the near future, John Connor. But by doing so, he's trying to kill his mother, Sarah Connor, who is basically hasn't yet given birth to John Connor, the future leader of the Resistance. So, the Terminator is back in... so machines send their Terminator through time to kill Sarah Connor so the Resistance could never happen and machines will never lose the war. But, John Connor, from the future, sends one of his soldiers, Kyle Reese, to the past in order to stop the Terminator from killing John Connor's mother so he could be born. And I love the actor that plays Kyle Reese. He was in the Aliens movie. I liked him as an actor. I love the actress that plays Sarah Connor. She's great. Like all people, she's freaking out because this Terminator's killing everyone around her, trying to get to her. The soldier's trying to protect her and all. She forms a love interest with the soldier. And it's such a great action movie. The entire story is phenomenal. It was an original idea. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it when I was a little kid, and I still love it. It's still a great film. So out of a 10, I gave that film a 9.8 out of 10. The first Terminator movie, a 9.8. That was such a great film. Also, Kyle Reese is also the father of John Connor. So John Connor from the future sent a soldier who is going to be the father of John Connor in the past to say the woman he loves and basically give birth to John Connor. That's nice. Alright, Terminator 2. Talk about great sequels. Oh my god, I could not believe this film. Terminator 1 was amazing. Terminator 2, another great film. What can I say about this entire film? Basically, Sarah Connor at the end of Terminator 1, she's pregnant at the end. And a girl who plays Sarah Connor in the first movie, she's in the second movie. Right now, in the second one, she was raising her son to be a good military leader, teaching them guns, hacking equipment, and all that stuff, trying to prepare him for Judgment Day. And for this, they basically, she basically got pumped up. She basically was the actress totally took it to a new level. The people on Earth put her on mental asylum because they thought she was crazy for saying, oh, machines are going to kill them. So they take away her son, put him in foster care. He's raised by foster parents, and she's all insane. She knows she's trying to protect her son. She's all badass in this entire movie. She's great. The actor that plays John Connor, the 7-year-old, that actor right now is a little shade in Hollywood. He's doing a lot of the bad stuff, but he was pretty good. He was really good in this role. He really plays sarcastic John Connor. And he really brought out the... Basically, he really brought out the human in Arnold Schwarzenegger character. Also, because the machines failed to kill Sarah Connor in Terminator 1, they sent another Terminator, a liquefied machine, basically. A machine that basically is liquid metal, that if he gets shot, it heals himself. It's like a replicator for all Stargate fans, if you know what I'm talking about. I think it was that Terminator trying to kill John Connor, and so John Connor from the future basically captures one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's robots and basically reprograms it and sends him in the past to save John Connor and the mother and to stop Judgment Day. And throughout this entire film, they nearly destroyed. They stopped Judgment Day. And what I loved about this film, it looked like it was going to be the end of all things, and it was a perfect end to me. If this would have ended right there for a Terminator series, you know, it's the second movie, I love this film. It's a 9.82. I just can't decide which one I like better, Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, because they're such two great films. And the action is always amazing, and it really left something out, but now you see why. Next up is Terminator 3. Terminator 3, basically the whole story is basically that John Connor still doesn't believe he stopped Judgment Day. He knows his mother has died, which is understandable. I mean, they don't see Sarah Connor in this. I know a lot of people are disappointed, but I think it was the right move. But I don't think there was a right move for, like, to make a third film, because they stopped Judgment Day and all that stuff. They stopped Skynet. But no, apparently not. They didn't. I wish they would have said, like, how they didn't stop it, how it was not inevitable. Maybe they could say, like, how in Terminator 2 when Arnold Schwarzenegger's robot loses his hand, and when Arnold Schwarzenegger just, like, robot commits suicide, basically. They could leave that part off, but he still had the hand there jammed in there. Maybe that's the reason why Skynet still has that stuff, and Skynet's still around. That's why Judgment Day was postponed. Basically, in this one, since the Terminators are still losing the battle, but since they can't kill John Connor since he's off the grid, which is smart by the character John Connor, they go after his lieutenants to stop the war. Maybe they could stop the lieutenants. Maybe they could stop the war from losing the war. So they sent a female Terminator. Female Terminator is actually a good character. I enjoyed the action in this film. I enjoyed most of the story. It's just something that keeps me from loving this film. I don't hate this film. I don't really hate it I just think it was stupid that they got another Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, the first one and the second one, you got more copies of it? Oh, man, they just keep going more. I don't like the fact that in this one they reveal that Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator killed John Connor in the future. I'm like, then what's the point? The machines won then. There's no point to that. And then there's John Connor's wife and this one future wife, apparently, who reprogrammed Arnold Schwarzenegger to go in the past to stop this from killing all the lieutenants. And this was not really about to survive Judgment Day. It was basically not to destroy, not to stop Judgment Day. It's just to basically pause it. And I understand the film. There's not like a really bad plot in this film. It's just nothing that really special about this entire film. There's nothing really special. Just some good action scenes. I like the guy that played John Connor, and I like the guy that played and I like Arnold Schwarzenegger in this one. Out of a 10, I give this. It was not a 9. I'm giving it an 8. 8 out of 10 because I don't have a lot of hate for this movie. But I can't find anything to love about it either. But an 8 to me is just, it's solid. It's solid. There's nothing special about it. But it's worthy of the Terminator series. But it still was a great downhill from the first two ones. The first two were classics. Now we get to Terminator for Salvation. Talk about destroying the series, I swear to God. Basically, they had the right idea with this movie. They had the plot. The plot was the plot had like the John Connor finding in the future, and I love that Christian Bale played John Connor. I thought he was perfect for the role. I enjoyed him in this movie tremendously, and that's what really kept me going throughout this film. There are some action scenes, and basically, the machines basically have a secret weapon, basically, which is Marcus Wright was basically half machine, half human. He basically was born in the 1970s, and basically he was left his body for research. Basically, machines, the company that funded that research to take over his body, they used him as a machine. So when he wakes up in the future and draw out this entire war zone, John Connor's trying to figure out, this is not the future my mother warned me about. All that stuff. There are some great action, great machines. Action's 10 times better than all the Terminators movies. Just Something really classic about it, and they bush it up because they bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back for like a small role, and I didn't want that. I never wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger back in another Terminator movie. One, they don't have no lasers in this movie. I swear, they don't have no lasers in this entire film. Lasers of the guns that we see in the first 3 movies. Mostly just like machine guns, which is understandable. Why not have both? I don't see the problem with that. And I just think they really could have done a lot better with this movie. This is a movie that they had a lot of story with, and a lot of ideas, and they all bunch it up with some bad acting. I don't like Sam Worthington's role in this. I don't think that the human and the machine is what's the best angle. I guess they could have about like different resistant leaders or something like that. Something better. Something more that says like this is our end, but we're gonna fight. Something that brings out the strength of humanity, the despair of humanity, and something great. And to me, when I saw Christian Bale in this one scene with Marcus Wright, he said, "You tried killing my mother, Sarah Connor. You killed my father, Kyle Reeves. You will not kill me," was perfect. I love that dialogue right there. And I wanted him more in this movie and more, not more action, but more him leadership role and with the lieutenants and everything, listen to him. But no, they all don't. I think they focus too much on Marcus Wright, and that's the reason why this movie fails. I can't hate this movie, but I don't like it at all. I don't hate this. It's a bad film, but I don't hate it. But I still give it a very low review. I give this a 5 out of 10. Actually, a 4.5 out of 10. This was not good at all. This was very, very bad, but I don't hate this film. I can't find a reason to not like it. I can't find a reason to hate this film because it didn't butcher. It butchered most of the Terminator. It didn't butcher the Terminator stuff in the machines like. It butchered it because it had an uninteresting character, Marcus Wright, and a plot right there. Maybe a difference, maybe something else. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have something to come off my mind right now. But still, they could have done a lot better job on this. But overall, that's it. So the worst, definitely Terminator Salvation. Could have been a lot better. Terminator 3. Don't hate this film. It's just nothing I could really say I love about it. Terminator 2. Oh my god. I can't really decide which one I love more. Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. I know I picked Terminator 1 for the first, for my top 10 sci-fi movies, but this is such a great one too. It's a great, great sequel. I love it. And the first one is actually the first Terminator, because I like the guy that was Kyle Reeves. So yeah, this is the JJ movie TV show / game reviews. Let me know what y'all think. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.